Favorite way to stay organized?
Excel sheet.
High five on that. What's the smallest yet most significant impact you envision having on the daily lives of dementia patients as you launch Prototype 1?
Memotag's detailed care summaries and cognitive analysis empower families and caregivers to take actionable insights, providing caregivers and families with peace of mind. By leveraging Memotag's advanced cognitive and physical monitoring tools, we aim to elevate the constant stress that they're going through. Features like fall detection, GPS alerts, and real-time health updates ensure that their loved ones are always secure, even when caregivers aren't physically there with them.
Hello, everyone. In today's exclusive interview, I have to give you a warning because what you're about to notice is a rare side of a young entrepreneur who's been bitten by the startup bug and now is unstoppable. Reyansh, the 18-year-old founder of Memotag, is here to share his incredible journey and inspire all of us to aim higher. We welcome you, Reyansh.
Hello, hi everyone.
Hi. Okay. So, Reyansh, you're just 18, right? And at 18, most people are just figuring out college or their first job. So, what's the mindset required to start a successful startup at just 18?
Hmm. So interesting question. For me, it's always been about having ownership over my life. A 9 to 5 job, while stable, often lacks meaningful career growth and becomes stagnant after a while. Right. Building a startup, no matter how stressful it was, it's always been exciting for me. The rush of creating something new and solving problems, pushing boundaries, is something I genuinely enjoy. I always have been not academically gifted that much, but Jugaad has been something that has been my go-to approach to get things done. My motivation by the time I'm 40, while my peers are still working at a 9 to 5, I want to have my freedom to do whatever I want. That's the life I'm building for myself right
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah. Memotech is your what number startup?
now. Memotag is my third start.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And earlier, what were you doing?
So earlier at the age of 14, I made a startup which was around socializing and ice breaking. It was a
Hmm.
wearable and we scaled it to 6 figures USD. It was
Okay.
pre-COVID, so I was at around 14 that time. After
Ah.
that, I have been working for a lot of startups. I've been working as founder's office, founder's associate, and I've been really interested in the startup ecosystem. So that has been my journey, essentially.
So at this age, we're able to raise 2.5 crores funding, right? So what's the secret pitch guideline you followed that worked wonders for you? Yeah.
It should be a very emotional story that is relatable to a lot of people. And that
Okay.
should be about the problem that you faced. Then you come on to the problem. You need to explain them the technical side of the things. You need to give them numbers. How big is
Okay.
the problem? How big is the market opportunity? Right.
Okay.
After that, you just essentially need to showcase your solution, how unique it is, how it is differentiated from the existing solutions. And
Hmm.
then the most important part of a pitch is that you need to have traction, be it micro traction, be it MVP, be it some amount of unpaying customers. You need to have some
Okay.
numbers to show whether the people that you're actually making this product for are actually using this or not. The team, the team that is building the product is very important because essentially the DCs are betting on the team, not on the
Hmm.
idea. Then my co-founders, they were graduating by ISB, IITs, and IIMs.
Hmm.
That was something which was very intriguing to the VCs. That led
Okay.
us to actually making a good funding round for us. Right. This is the secret sauce.
So now the market you're catering to is the dementia patients, right? Like dementia affects 1 in 10 people over 65. Yet, it remains a vastly unserved market. So, what sparked your passion to address this critical issue, and how did you conceive the innovative solution that is Memotech?
Dementia is a progressive neurodegenerative disease. It
Okay.
often starts at as early of an age as 45, not even 65. So
Okay.
at 45 to 65, you see pre-mild dementia. And after
Huh.
that, dementia concerns are actually shown to the world. And the major issue in India is that people are not aware of the problem that dementia comes with. People often consider dementia as old age. So
Yeah.
that is one major thing that we're tackling right. My grandfather, he suffers from dementia. He's in his third stage right now. Um,
Okay.
Looking at his mental health deteriorate over time was actually a very major toll on our family. So that was a major issue that I wanted to tackle. Memotag is essentially a tracking device in very core language, tracking device for cognitive and physical monitoring. So cognitive is anything which is related to the brain, how the brain is functioning. If so, neurodegenerative basically means that there is a neurological problem happening inside of your brain. Your brain slows down over time. So we
Hmm.
track that by the vocal analysis done by our device. We actually give out a proper detailed summary of how things work. So this is the cognitive side. The physical side
Okay.
is essentially
Huh?
um, the fall detection. If they're actually falling, if they're actually roaming around, if there is
Hmm.
good movement. So everything which is linked to the physical body of a patient, it's also tracked. So these are the two things that we're tracking in one device. So that is what we're building, and that is what Memotag is.
What's the smallest yet most significant impact you envision having on the daily lives of dementia patient as you launch prototype one?
So the smallest yet most profound impact Memotag envisions with Prototype 1 is providing caregivers and families with peace of mind. By leveraging
Okay.
Memotag's advanced cognitive and physical monitoring tools, we aim to elevate the constant stress that they're going through. Features
Hmm.
like fall detection, GPS alerts, and real-time health updates ensure that their loved ones are always secure, even when
Hmm.
caregivers aren't physically there with them. Memotag's detailed care summaries and cognitive analysis empower families and caregivers to take actionable insights. Our vision is that elder care can be turned into a more proactive sector as a whole.
I really appreciate the kind of difference that you're making in the society. I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people and families out there. We have come to the most fun part of the interview. That's the rapid fire round, and you have to give one word for all the questions that I ask you now. Okay, let's begin. So, tell me one word to describe your entrepreneurial journey so far.
Delusional.
Favorite way to stay organized?
Excel sheet.
High five on that. And one habit you're trying to break?
That will be inconsistent sleep, actually.
Most exciting thing about the future of Memotag?
Awareness.
Favorite social media platform?
Got to be LinkedIn.
High
Too
five
active
on
on
that
LinkedIn.
too. Yeah. And one thing you would like to be remembered for?
Solutionist. So I don't know if this is a word, but I just love finding out solutions for things. So that is something that I want to be remembered for. That I can take out a solution for a problem.
Cool. So now we have come to the part of confessions of a young entrepreneur. So tell me, what's the secret to your productivity and time management as a busy entrepreneur?
Firstly, I'm not that busy, honestly. I have a lot of time on hand. Okay, I mostly dedicate all my time to Memotag. I don't really go to
Okay.
college. It's very rare. So if I have to spill out some secrets, that will be there is something called as time blocking where you actually set up a set duration of time, a specific
Okay.
period where you focus on
Hmm.
just one task. So that has been helping me since like 2 years now. In 11th and 12th grade as well, during my exams, I used to set up a time for a particular subject, and I just used to, you know, completely get into that, take a deep dive, and then after the problem has finally been solved, then I would move on to something else. So that is one thing that has made me very productive. Secondly,
Okay.
delegation is very important. When you run a startup, you cannot micromanage. You have to eventually delegate tasks to other people. So right
Yes.
now, it's a very great time because we're actually expanding our team as well. We are hiring interns on a regular basis. We have a team of 15 plus people as of now.
How do you balance college and the startup?
My college is actually very much into entrepreneurship. My
Correct.
college is Masters Union. It's a new age college. It
Okay.
revolves around startups and entrepreneurs. So instead of having a different situation in my college and my startup, it's actually very similar because I am surrounded by people who also have a startup. And my teachers, my senior faculty, everyone are also into startups, right?
Oh.
So they're actually pushing us towards making startups as well.
Ah.
So after I graduate, I'm not looking for a 9 to 5 job. They're actually making us MBA graduates during our undergrad degree. So it's a very good thing. That is exactly why I chose master's even as a college student.
So, what's the biggest misconception people have about entrepreneurs and how do you address it?
This is a very open-ended question, I would say. There are a
Yeah.
lot of misconceptions about entrepreneurship. One of the major one is that it's all about the idea.
Hmm.
Absolutely not. At one point, I was also thinking that I thought about Memotag. So it's my idea, and it is. I'm basically sitting on a gold mine now. That is absolutely wrong. People have ideas on a daily basis.
Yeah.
The everything depends on the execution of it, right? How you've reached particular milestone, how you've developed the MVP, and you've assembled a team. That is actually way more important than a simple idea, right? Sharing my own experiences, I feel that adaptability is very important as well. A lot of entrepreneurs I see, they think that the whole startup ecosystem should work around them, how they are working. So that is
Hmm.
another very a very big misconception. You need to be as adaptable and as resilient as you can.
Thank you so
All right.
much for your time, Reyansh. You are doing a wonderful job at this age, and I don't know, by the time you reach 40, I'm sure you will go wonders and do
Thank you so
wonders.
much.